What's up, Internet? I'm back, and today I have actually another Caliburn device from UWELL. This one is the Caliburn G POD. This one has been around for quite some time. It's from 2019, but it is still a good device, hence me reviewing it. And then it kind of sounds like I'm being sponsored by UWELL, which I am not. So let's set it all up and get into it. Alright, so here it is, the Caliburn G POD system. So let's see what's in the box. Just slide this out. Again, with the standard black box from UWELL. And you got your little instruction manual, which we've learned from the last video that's always good to have a read at. You got a little thingy saying 2021 weekly fan event. Interesting. Alright. You got the little instructions here on how to refill the coil and some safety warnings. And here is the device itself. Now, what do we have on it? We got the little device with the pod already on, and you got the little box of goodies. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so you got an extra coil and something else, which I'm assuming is going to be the charging cable. I believe there is no lanyard onto this one, and again, a USB mini cable. It's a Type-C, which for me is always a big plus. Let's put this on the side, and here's the device itself. Pretty light, to be honest. It looks a little bit bulkish. It has this little like lined pattern, which actually, see if you can hear it. Okay, and a little button that's, you know, covered in a little gold inlay. Now the button, as you can see, it is not flush. It actually stands out, which for me it's not a good thing because you can just fire it by accident. Once you remove the coil, this is a clicky coil. Once you pull it, as you can see, the light will flash. The coil actually has a little blue plastic here covering, stop it from accidental firing, but I already took mine out because I've been using this. Now this is the same system as the Coco. Actually, you can even replace them because they are replaceable, so they will fit. And one of the things I need to mention about this one is because I did complain about that you couldn't take the top of the pod to fill it. It was difficult, but actually if you put it on a device and if you just use the device as leverage, it actually goes quite easily. I don't like it. I always have the feeling that I'm going to break it, but it at least makes it easier, and I have to retract what I've said about always trying to fill it up like this, which is not a good idea. So filling the coil to replace the coil is literally like you grab a new coil, you just put it on. You have this little a cover here, like a little half circle here, and here is a little bit flatter, which falls into the same format as the coil, which is like a little straight edge here, and the rest is circular. That's how it goes. You just go in and you put it on. To turn it on and off, it's again 5 times pressing the button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just blinks and turns off. To turn it on is again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's see if this thing actually focused. There you go. Now let's fill this in and see how this behaves. So let's snap it up again, grab some liquid, and today I am going to go with Riot Squad Punk Series. This one is guava, passion fruit, and pineapple. So it's a top fill like the other coils. You just put this on, squeeze it, fill it in. Yeah, you can see how much is being filled by the grooves on the side that allow you to see the liquid, and you put it on. Now, technical specs, this one goes up to 18 watts at the full battery, and then it gets lower the more you go. Each pod takes up to 2 millimeters of liquid, and the coil that comes with it is a 0.8 coil, including the coil that comes as an extra. To turn it back on, it's like 1, 2. Oh, as you can see, if you press the button, it fires, but it also fires by auto drag. So if you don't press the button, if you just drag into it, it will also fire. So there's not much to say about this, so let's give it a test try. Alright, moment of truth. It's It's nice, it's good. It fires quite quickly, which is always a good thing, the way I see it. Let's try it again. Yep, it's there. Flavor is there as well. Although flavor is always going to be dependent on the liquid you use, but I can't complain. It's proper on. Now, Pedro, pros and cons. Pro for me, a big pro, USB-C type charger. Because nowadays everyone has one of these lying around. Also, it charges super fast, literally, I don't know, like half an hour, and that's it, full charged, so I can't complain. I do like the fact that the pods are interchangeable with the ones from the Coco pod, the smaller one, which is, for me, is always a big plus. Like, you can, if you have many of them, or if you have one and it runs out of battery, you can just like take the pod and put it back onto this one. Another pro is replaceable coils. I gotta love it. The system of, you know, just flicking this out and so you can fill the pod is actually not that bad. I know I mentioned on previous videos that I didn't like, well, if you take the pod out and you try to use your fingers, it's going to be a nightmare, but if you actually use the device itself as leverage, you can see it just pops right out. Not a huge fan, but hey, I'll live with it. It looks pretty, the button actually looks slick and stuff. And now the cons. Peter, what are the cons? For me, the button, absolutely useless. If it's a drag activated, there's no need to have the button on, and actually the amount of times that I actually trigger this by accident, just by holding it or by being in your pocket and everything else, is because there's also no lock button for this to stop firing. That to me is a big con. They could just get rid of it, or if they wanted to keep the button, get it like proper flush, not sticking out of it. For me, it's a big con. But either way, for the price this is, I actually got this one, it's like £17. Although it's an old device, I can't fault it. It's up there. So yep, that is it. My next video is going to be on the evolution of this one. So stay tuned for next week. You know all the drill. Like, subscribe, follow me on social medias, etc., etc. And I shall see you all next week. Take care.